What is happening, brother? Yeah, I can definitely hear you. No, I can't. I can't hear you, Andrew. Oh, that was my back. Nice. I got my other one in the waiting room too.
All right, can you hear me through this one now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right. I got the other Nick KREM in the waiting room too, if you see that. Yeah.
All the Knicks.
You gotta let them all in.
Mm-mm.
All right. That's happening, brother.
All right, yeah, I don't know what happened with the microphones in this little area here. So go
That's
old school, hop on this way.
That's a good time. And Apple just dropped their Apple Intelligence that'll be coming
Oh, really?
in the fall. They just dropped it last night. It'll be integrated into your phone. Chat GPT, Microsoft, and Apple combining. That's fucking huge right there.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Getting carried
Yeah.
away. Getting carried away.
You haven't seen nothing yet, bro.
No, that's what I'm scared
Nothing. Man, dude, they say within this decade, we're gonna have robots that will be doing your yard work, cooking, and cleaning for you, and it'll be less than $400 a month to have one.
of. Jesus.
Yeah. That's within this decade. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Just how big this is and how like most people are just looking at it. And it is literally like within this decade, you won't even be able to recognize where this world will be. They're doing things that will be able to read your genes and be able to see if you have cancerous genes and be able to change your DNA and genome to get rid of those before it
Yeah.
happens. Like
Yeah.
there's so much that's going to be happening that just talking about Chat GPT seems lame. No. But
Well,
there's a lot that you can be doing with Chat GPT too. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
dude, it drives me crazy on Facebook. It does the automatic, like when you search something, it automatically tries to give you like a
Oh, don't
AI
be that
response.
guy. Come on. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh no, it's
It's
not.
not
No, but it's like
oh,
I'll accidentally click on something and like Facebook message me the answer, and I'm like, I didn't really want to hit that.
yeah. I thought you were going to say, like, how do I get rid of it? I'm like, come on. It's the same thing as the search.
No, no, no. I'm okay, man. I embrace change
Yeah, there you go.
values. Well, yeah, man. All right. Well, we're getting a few more minutes for everybody to come in. Thanks for hopping on,
Yeah.
everyone. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys saw this on the LPT Facebook page or you saw our calendar here with the collective or where you might be joining us from, but I appreciate everyone being here and ready to go. Nick always has a lot of great information, and we're trying to find out exactly what this relationship is. He hit me up one day and said he wanted to work with the team on our AI stuff, and obviously I'm not going to say no to that, man. So I appreciate anything you have to offer or present for the folks. But no, we just had a really great. We have that Motivation Monday that RP Robert does every Monday, and he just announced some really great new tools for our back office. So hopefully everybody here is excited about the new uh, Connect 2.0 and what is the other one? X uh, Listing Power Tools X.
Hmm.
So there you go. But all right. Well, it seems like a few folks are still jumping in, and like I said, guys, we do this every month. Nick's going to be joining us for the next few months at least, and talking about different AI things to be looking out for. We do Team Help Tuesday every Tuesday. We have a different theme each week, and then we do In the Field Thursdays. 2 Thursdays from now, we're going to be going to Wakava Island, have a little realtor skip day, so that's going to be fun. Too bad,
Mm.
too bad you're not around, Nick. Sorry, man. I'd love to have you. All right.
Let's go. No, I'm pumped. Yeah, no, I'm excited to always hear what you guys have going on because obviously LPT, you guys got some power tools coming.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of good things coming down the pipeline. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get to it, man. Thank you guys for being here. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or reach out to myself. I think Juliana's hopping on too. She can help answer. She's right behind me. But Nick, it's all yours, man.
That's it. All right. It's all mine. Let's go.
All
I
yours.
love it. I love it. All right, guys, come on. Let me get some cameras on. There's one, two, three of us on here. Come on, guys. If you're gonna be on here with us, let's get some cameras on. Let's have some fun. Because I'm gonna make it more interactive now, right? So that way I can make it more interactive. Have some fun here. Just a little bit about us here, guys. You know, my brother and I, we have a marketing and branding company. We were in 13 countries, all 50 states. Previous to AI, we did it all organically. So you can say we know a thing or two about branding and marketing. And from there, all of a sudden, AI came into the picture. ChatGPT launched. Everything changed. I looked at this and said, you know what? We're either going to be going out of business slowly but surely because of AI, or we can make the adjustment. So naturally, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go out of business, right? So we made the adjustment with AI. We took our staff of over 20 virtual assistants down to 2 because of AI. And they actually do more work than we had with 20. So we went from 20 virtual assistants down to 2, all because of what AI can do for us. And we are continuing to utilize AI in a lot of different ways, which we're going to be sharing with you guys here today with ChatGPT. We created the world's first AI certified agent, create a lot of programs that agents will use. And we work specifically in the real estate industry. But today I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about
But he
ChatGPT.
does have.
What up, Amal? Talk to you guys a little bit about ChatGPT, all the things that you can do with it, as well as just really get an understanding for what is really happening with AI. You know, and to get started, guys, I want to talk about something called depth of vision. All right. Depth of vision. Here's a great way to explain what depth of vision really means, right? So when most people see trees in a forest, depth of vision can, like, most people will see, all right, what's the next step that most people will do? They'll cut down the trees and then all of a sudden they have timber. Then you could sell the timber and then that's the end of it. But depth of vision is seeing the trees, then seeing the timber. Then you can sell the timber to create construction companies. Then the construction companies can build homes. And then the homes can build a town. And the town can build an entire economy. That's depth of vision, from one tree to an economy. So what's really happening with artificial intelligence, guys? This is the single greatest technological advancement in human history, period. Not even close. Single greatest advancement in technology in human history is happening right in front of your eyes. How cool is that? Happening right in front of your eyes. And you know, I'm privy to some pretty high-end AI groups and people talking about it. Tony Robbins VIP group, and there was this one gentleman that came on here, and he was saying at the end of this decade, there's going to be 2 kinds of businesses: one that is fully utilizing AI, and then the ones that are out of business. That's what's going to be happening. In this group, they were also talking about, look, by the end of this decade, they already have them starting production now, and they're forming how they will be done. They will have AI robots that will cook, clean, and do your yard work for you. And they're predicting it'll be less than $400 a month. How crazy is that? That within this decade, you're going to see AI robots cleaning your yard, cleaning people's yards, doing work around the house for you within this decade. This is where it's moving to, guys. This is where the world is moving to. Whether you like it or not does not matter. This will be happening to coming to a city near you. And even just yesterday, Apple launched Apple Intelligence. So they're teaming up with ChatGPT. How historic is that? Microsoft and Apple teaming up to create the next evolution of the phone, which your Apple Intelligence will be integrated into your phone, transcribing calls, transcribing messages, getting your phone completely hooked up to AI. That's going to be happening this fall. So guys, when I say this is the greatest, like, this can literally make or break, like, this can make your life or make you just like everybody else. We have this thing called takeover, Operation Takeover. Why? Because artificial intelligence gives you the opportunity right now to get light years ahead of your competition, start getting integrated into it, and get a leapfrog status into what's going on. This, like, to me, it's not crazy to say if you don't get hip to this, you will be out of this business and looking for work. And guess what? All of the jobs are going to say. You guys remember this? I'm still old enough, young enough, but old enough to remember when jobs would say, must be proficient in Microsoft Office, must be proficient with a computer. You guys remember that? Job description would say, must be proficient with this. Look, guys, if you don't get hip to AI, you're going to be out looking for work. And you know what every freaking job is going to say? Must be proficient with artificial intelligence. And then what are you going to do? You want to go be a Costco freaking greeter? That's a job that doesn't use AI right now until AI gets that one too. So guys, this is a huge development in what will be happening with the economy and the world. So before all that doom and gloom, I just want to bring it back to what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, because I want to share with you guys how you can use your Chat GPT to the utmost. And yes, guys, I highly recommend using Chat GPT, not Gemini, not Llama, not all these other ones. And why do I say that? Let me ask you this. Let me ask Andrew. Can you unmute Andrew? Can I hear you right now? Let's see. He's
yeah.
All right, Andrew, you're familiar with Gemini, right?
Yeah.
You're familiar. If you had to explain Gemini to someone, how would you explain it? Just curious. Let me see if I can do this right. If you explain Gemini to someone, how would you explain it?
Probably not very well, because I don't have a great idea about it.
Here's what most people would say, right? It's like Chat GPT, right? Like, right. Oh, it's like Chat GPT. So guys, if you had to explain something by telling someone it's like this other tool, then just use that other tool. Especially now that Apple and Chat GPT, sorry, my bouncy ball keeping me active. Now that Apple and Chat GPT are teaming up, guys, Chat GPT is going to be the future in which you know it. How things are done, how things are integrated, AI robots integrated with Chat GPT, and much more. All right. So here we go, guys. I'm going to go over some slides, and I'm going to be jumping into some Chat GPT training with you guys here today on what are things that you could be doing. I hope I made this like important enough about like what's actually happening, because guys, the world as we know it is changing in front of your eyes. So let's get started. Guys, obvious reason. You're hearing a lot about AI. Might not understand it completely. Just trying to learn more about it. You're seeing the biggest companies in the world invest billions of dollars into AI. The news is always talking about AI, and you want to do something about it, right? Here is the glaring reality that no one's telling you. Guys, it's not the freaking rates right now. It is not interest rates. It is not the lawsuit that will get you out of business within these next couple of years to a decade. It is the fact that there's no future in real estate without learning AI. And as a matter of fact, there is no future in the world without you learning artificial intelligence, period. There's no future. Like I said, if you don't learn it in real estate, you'll be out of a job. You'll start looking for one. What will every job of the future basically say? Must be proficient with artificial intelligence. That'll be in your job descriptions. That'll be on when you're looking online. You're going to be like, shit, another one, another one, another one. And guess what? The only jobs available will be not the high paying ones, not the ones with good benefits. Guys, there is no future in this world without learning AI. You might not like it, but that's the truth. Here's the cool part about it, though. It's a lot simpler than you think. It's a lot simpler learning it than you think if you do things the right way and you know how to train it, right? Which is what we're going to go over today. Don't keep putting it off. It's going to get more advanced. It's already going to be in your phones come November, come the fall. It's going to be everywhere that you go. There are places such as Japan, Argentina, even Dallas that are using AI news anchors. It's not even humans, AI news anchors to tell you the news. There's this one very hot tourist spot in Japan that is using an artificial intelligence avatar that speaks over 150 different languages. So now when you visit, you can talk with the avatar. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to go down this street. Where do I go? And they'll be like, all right, Nick, here you go. There's no future in this world without learning AI, guys. Going through this, just taking a look at what's happening, guys. If you haven't looked this up, I don't have time to go over this today, but look up the Da Vinci robot. This thing is an artificial intelligence surgeon. and is performing surgeries as we speak. It has a higher performance rate than the best surgeons in the world. The percentage on like percentage completion and doing things right. AI surgeons, guys. You don't think that's going to shake up the health industry? Why Stanford is doing evaluation of AI applications in healthcare? Here's another point of the future, guys. You're going to get a surgery done, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I use Dr. Johnson. I don't know, Dr. Johnson. And someone's going to look and be like, you mean to tell me you let a human operate on you? That's weird. That's the future we're going into, guys. Also, implications in the society, how it's going to be working. AI-enabled organizations, Stanford, artificial intelligence program, the biggest colleges in the world getting hip to it. MIT launching the United States Artificial Intelligence Institute. Microsoft, AI, Azure, AI engineer associates. Now, it's no longer just engineers, it's AI engineers. Also, all those degrees people got probably aren't going to be doing them too good. Harvard, artificial intelligence and business, creating value with machine learning. The biggest colleges in the country and the world are making adjustments to AI. The question is, are you? Well, just a little bit about us. Like we said, we've been published in Forbes, Fox, USA Today, Google News, you name it, for the work we are doing specifically in the real estate industry and AI. Yes, it is myself and my brother. It is my real brother. You say we've known each other a long time. Cue the laugh track. But yes, we've been running our business for the last 5 years. In the last year and a half, we made an adjustment to get into AI. Here's what we know, guys, when it comes to real estate agents. One, how many people here have a bunch of free time? Yeah, not a lot of hands go up when I say that, even though you guys don't have your cameras on. Come on, get some cameras on with me. They got 12 people on here. Let's go. Thank you, Andrew. How many people here have free time? Not a lot, right? Real estate agents don't have free time. Here's what else we know. It's not the best agent who wins. It's the best marketer, right? We all know an agent who's not a good agent that's good on social media that gets business, right? It's the best marketer. There was a shift that happened in 2023, and that is ChatGPT. It's ChatGPT, guys. It's AI launching, and it's not the real estate agent that will be replaced by AI. It's the agents using AI that will replace the ones who don't. Sam Altman has this group quote. He has a group quote with his tech friends that there will be a one-person billion-dollar company because of AI. Just think about that. There will be a one-person billion-dollar company because of AI. That's the future that Sam Altman and all his AI buddies are predicting. I just got an email today I'm in a lot of different emails, and they're looking for investors. And of course, I wish I could invest in this company, but they're looking for a couple billion. Don't have that yet. But they're looking for investors because now they're creating autonomous businesses, which means completely AI run automations and business functions. And they're looking for investors for it. Yeah, Andrew, maybe you can jump in on that one. There you go. But yeah, they're looking for it. But guys, this is where the future is going. And here's what I know. If you guys think a solo agent can't outmarket the biggest teams using AI, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, guys. Solo agents can outmarket the biggest teams using AI. So, like I said, Andrew, hey, camera, let's go. You know what? Who's the first one on camera? You're going to get a bonus here. Gail, I'm going to send you some free shit after this just because you turned your camera on since you were the first one. But here we go, guys. I'm going to be covering these tools during this course. These courses that we roll out with Andrew will be coming on here once a month. I'm going to be going over in depth a couple of these tools here. First one is never reply to an email again. Merlin. I'll be covering this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll send Andrew the links after this. Maybe you want to send these out. And I'll definitely send them to Gail with the camera on. But never reply to an email again using Merlin. Reels, TikTok, and Shorts. This one is Opus over here. Opus.pro. Get an AI version of yourself. So you have HeyGen right here. Stage Room Perfectly, virtual staging, graphics department using Canva, and then, of course, ChatGPT. Here's what we learned. And guys, I think right after this, pretty soon here. Right after this, I'll be getting into ChatGPT because that's part of the reason we're here. Guys, start looking at ChatGPT as your lifelong employee. Seriously, guys, if you guys are taking notes, that is a writer downer. Underline it, highlight it, star it. Start looking at ChatGPT as your lifelong employee. What did I just say at the beginning of this? ChatGPT is going to be integrated into your Apple iPhones. Let me emphasize this. Your ChatGPT is going to be integrated into your iPhone. Why do I say yours? Because look, guys, I'm going to show you guys how you can start training your ChatGPT, who you are, what you do for your business, your ideal client profile, how to read real estate trends. Your ChatGPT is going to be integrated into your smartphone. Now let's talk depth of vision. If your ChatGPT is going to be integrated into your smartphone, what else is your ChatGPT going to be integrated to in the future? It can be integrated into damn near anything. So start looking at ChatGPT not as a tool, but as a lifelong employee. Guys, AI is a lifelong skill. This is not going anywhere. AI tools are only as good as you train them. Look, guys, your ChatGPT is not as well trained as mine. I can almost guarantee you that. Unless anybody else here trains theirs every single day, just about. They're only as good as you train them to be. Also, go deep, not wide. You don't need 1,000 AI tools to make a difference. You only need about 6, which are the ones we'll cover with you. It's about business efficiency and growth. This is something I'll get into in a little bit here, Custom GPT Store, which is basically your Netflix library. We're going to cover My Listing Buddy on here as well. I'm actually going to start going through some ChatGPT things here, guys. So I did it again. Here, one second. Let me share just my Google Chrome tab. Nobody wants to see my text messages, right? All right, here we go. So guys, your ChatGPT. Here are some cool updates for you guys. First of all, ChatGPT 4.0 is now free for everybody, right? You don't have to have the paid version, although I do recommend it, to start utilizing some of these tools. So ChatGPT 4.0, it's free for everybody to use, right? So there's literally no excuse to not use this, guys. But like I said, start looking at this as your full-time employee. It is already getting integrated into your smartphones. It's going to be integrated into a lot of things into your life. Let me just stop sharing for a second and really emphasize this, guys. Your ChatGPT is going to be integrated into your life and your business. Why do I keep emphasizing yours? Because, guys, it's not, look, all those other knockoff ChatGPTs aren't going to be integrated into your phone. They're not going to be integrated into the future bots that will literally be doing things around your house for you. It'll be your ChatGPT that is integrated, your training that is integrated. And the more you train it, the better off you'll be. And then there'll be everybody else who is going to be afraid to use it, that is going to have an untrained ChatGPT starting from scratch and no idea what to do. You want to talk about a gap that is happening in front of your eyes? Business owners who have a fully trained ChatGPT acting as your personal assistant, doing everything for you for free. This is literally things that business owners have been dreaming about. Someone who is fully trained, you only have to train them once, can do the tasks for you, and you don't have to pay them. Works 24/7. You get a crazy idea at 2 a.m., guess what? Your ChatGPT is going to be there for you. So guys, training your ChatGPT will determine how well you do in business in the future. Do I still believe it's a human business? Absolutely. I believe AI is here to actually spend less time behind a computer and more time communicating with people. Because now those tasks that used to take hours can now be done in minutes. So here we go, guys. I'm going to go through some of this training here. So some simple concepts I want to go over with you first. The first one is understanding that up here in the top left, you can select which version that you want. I always do recommend starting with 4.0. It's the best one. Guys, it writes so much more like a human now. It doesn't write boast. It doesn't write delve deep into anymore. So if those have been excuses for not using it, get rid of them because it doesn't use that shit anymore, right? ChatGPT 4.0. Here are some other very simple things, guys. So on the bottom left, you will notice customize ChatGPT. This is where I put custom instructions about who I am, right? Custom instructions, who I am, as well as how I want it to respond. It's a great thing for getting started. All right. So that's in the bottom left. You go to customize ChatGPT, start customizing it. Tell it who you are, how you want it to respond. So that one is pretty cool, right? Here's an update that happened with ChatGPT that really changed things. So when you go to your ChatGPT in the bottom left, or it might be in the top right, They have a couple different, like they're trying out different versions for people. So yours might be on the top right. Mine is in the bottom left. If you go to settings, you will notice, go to personalization. Make sure your memory is on. Make sure your memory is on because this is pretty freaking cool. You will notice, oh, whoops, memory. So when I go to manage my memory, you can see all the things I've saved it to tell it how to do it. I literally took entire emails that I've written before and put it in my memory so it knows my writing style. I've taken things that I've told it about myself, words to use, words not to use. Here is why that's important, guys. So your memory has to be on for this to work. You want to train your Chat GPT, who you are, what area you're in, what's your ideal client profile, and we'll go through some of this stuff with you guys here today. You want to be able to train it how to do these things for you. Once you train it once, you never have to retrain it again. So let's go through some of the features here, guys. Let's keep it very simple. The very first one that you guys should be checking out, which is now free to everybody here, is this one right here, Explore GPTs. All right. Explore GPTs. Start thinking about this one as your personal, start thinking about this one as your Netflix library of AI tools, right? Anything that you can think of is within this library here. Video GPT. So it's an AI video maker where you can literally go into there and tell it what kind of video you want. And Video GPT by Veed will make you videos, right? Math Solver. You also have Canva. So check this out. Let's see here. So make me a first-time home buyer flyer for, let's say, Orlando, Florida. Let's see what it comes up with. If I can ask me a couple questions. Allow. So guys, I'm literally communicating with Canva within here. I'll get pretty basic designs because I only gave it a basic prompt, but I can talk to Canva within here. Hello, I've generated a couple copies for you. And if you guys like Canva, what I like about this too is you can click on a picture and it opens up right in your Canva account now. So then you can customize it. You can come over to your brand. It's not my paid account, but you guys can customize it and do things from here. So you can literally use Canva, ask it to create you images within ChatGPT, and then you click on it and it opens up in your Canva account. Hey, Sabrina, guess what? Since you turned your camera on, you're going to be getting some free stuff too. Congratulations. I'll be giving you some free tools after this. But guys, you can literally use Canva within ChatGPT now. And once you use one of these, you can also come back to ChatGPT and say @Canva. So use the @ sign, and now I'm talking to Canva. So now I can use Canva at any given moment, right? So within here, your Explore GPTs, you can literally think of this as your Netflix library. Guys, stop going out there and buying a bunch of these AI tools that you see in an ad. Why? Because ChatGPT is free. You could come in here and let's see, Sabrina, what is something that you can think of that you might want an AI tool for? Can you give me an example? And it could be anything.
Lead generation.
Lead generation. Let's see if they come up with something. See, there you go. Lead generation, B2B lead generation, lead gen and research, lead gen, explore. Let's try real estate. Let's see if something pops up specifically for real estate. Lead generation, real estate. Like part of me says this is taking a while to load, but let's be honest, it's searching real estate sales pro, your real estate sales coach, real estate marketing assistant. So a lot of these are already built for some lead gen, some real estate, and more specifically, even got something as simple as, let's see, the chef. If you guys have things in your kitchen, you can literally use Healthy Chef and you can say, here's what's it. You can take a picture of your fridge and then go to Healthy Chef, upload your picture right here, and then say, what can I cook with this? And it'll give you 100 different options for you. Right? That's just another way that you can use this. So custom GPTs. Here is one that I recommend everybody here uses. My Listing Buddy. I'm going to put this one in the chat. Yes. Do I recommend you use it because we created it? Absolutely. Is it free to use? Yes. But My Listing Buddy, guys, so check this out. Here's what My Listing Buddy does for you. So what happens when you get a listing? You got to come in and you got to create the marketing material for it. So here's what I'm going to do for the sake of this video. I feel like Martha Stewart. For the sake of this video, I'm going to take this right here. But I'm going to take the facts and features that you get from a listing, right? Then you come back to My Listing Buddy. Here's what you do. First thing you got to do when you get a listing, you got to create a listing description, right? You literally just come in here, copy and paste your facts and features, and hit enter. So just the facts and features you would put into the MLS. Here's what My Listing Buddy does. First, it puts it into bullet point format for you of a listing description. And then after this, you see it perfectly through, virtual tours available. Paragraph format, 2,000 character max for your MLS. Then it goes into and it writes a listing description for you based on the facts and features that you just gave it. Pretty cool, right? So now, in a matter of seconds, you got your listing descriptions less than 2,000 characters, and it's completely done for you. Cool. So here's your listing description. Here's what you do next. You come back to My Listing Buddy, and then you say, create all my marketing for my listing. All you got to do, copy and paste the listing description that was just created. Oh, let's try it again. Copy and paste. Here we go. Listing description. It's going to rewrite this. There we go. And then what it's going to do next is it's going to write your Facebook post promoting your listing. So now that you got your listing, it writes Facebook posts for you. It writes Instagram posts for you. It'll write emails inviting people to check out your new listing. So as you can see, post number 1, post number 2 for Instagram with hashtags, and then it goes down and it writes you emails promoting your new listing. So now completely done for you. There you go. So My Listing Buddy, guys, free to use every time you get a listing. It creates all your marketing materials for your newest listing as well. If you guys want to do it for your open house, create all my marketing for my open house. Copy and paste your listing description. Say open house is Saturday, June 15th at 2 p.m. EST. So what do? Copy and paste the listing description and tell it when the open house is. Then it goes through Facebook post number 1, promoting your open house. Facebook number 2, promoting your open house. Facebook posts, Instagram posts, emails to agents, emails to buyers, all promoting your information here. I provided this link here in the chat for you. So custom GPTs, fully trained, ready to go for you. Guys, before I move on to the next part, do you guys have questions about this, comments, or anything you want to add about the custom GPTs? Let's go with Gail. Gail, questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us?
No, this is just incredible. I'm just starting to get into the chat GPT and AI and all that. So this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's cool too. Yeah, thank you for that. It's like I said, it's free to use. I provided the link in the chat. Here's one thing too, just so you guys know. In the top left, what you want to do is always make sure that it's keep in sidebar. So that way, every time you log into your chat GPT, it's going to be right here on the left. And you don't have to find it, look for a link. It'll always be there on the left for your chat GPT. Yep. Sabrina, questions, comments, excitement. What do you got for us?
Nothing yet. I love training it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need probably to figure out what exactly I need to say to it to train it correctly.
Awesome. You know what? You want to jump into that? So let's start jumping into that about what you want to train it on to get started, right? So the first thing that you want to do, guys, let's see. I'm just going to go to this page and get my bio really quick. Here's one of the first things that you guys do want to train it on. So you want to get your bio and you want to say here, something just simple. Here is my bio. Don't respond. Just read and learn. So guys, if you want to train at something, here is the key response. I'm going to just copy and paste this here in the chat for you guys. I'm going to have to copy and paste my bio again. So if you want to train it, that is one of the things that you need to tell it to do. Don't respond, just read and learn. So here we go. So copy my bio. And you'll see memory updated. Memory updated. Say this again, guys. Memory updated. You want to see this to know it's been trained. And if you don't see it, you can say, update your memory with this chat word for word. And you'll see what's going to happen again, guys. Memory updated. But now it's going to do it word for word. Before it did a little summary of it. Got it. Anything else? So why do you want to do this first? Well, if you take your bio as a real estate agent, now your chat GPT knows you're a real estate agent. It knows where you're located. It knows how long you've been in the business. It knows things about you, maybe awards that you won. So that way, when you ask it to write posts, it's going to include those things. It knows where you're located. It knows you're a real estate agent, right? First thing that you want to do is you want to update that memory file of it, right? Seems simple because it is, right? Seems simple because it is. What you want to do, those quick things, don't respond, just read and learn. And then it says memory updated. Now it knows who I am, it knows where I'm located at, and it knows those certain things about me. That would be the very first thing that I do, right? Here would be the second thing that I do, which we did. Let me see here. Let me stop sharing my screen because I'm about to go. Oh, pause share. I did not know you can do that, so I paused it. So guys, what I'm doing next is I want to train it to write like me, to sound like me. So what I do, let me see here. Here's something that I do right now, just so you guys know, I'm going into my Google Docs. So I just didn't want you guys to see all that. But now, here's what I did, guys. I just went into my Google Docs, and for me, I have pages and pages of emails that I've written before, right? So I have emails that I've personally written. I have social media posts that I've personally written. And you just want to put all of these in a Google Doc. Excuse me. And then what you can do is come back here and say, I'm going to teach you to write and sound like me. Don't respond, just read and learn. Copy and paste. So I just copy and paste a lot of emails that I've written. Got it. Here's a new email. Let's see if I can try that again. Now, add to your memory my writing style. So now, memory updated. Here's why I love this one, guys. So memory updated. Nick's writing style. It goes through here. It's going to summarize my writing style first. Now I'll say, now update your memory word for word with my writing style. So two different prompts that I like to use here. Don't respond, just read and learn. Update your memory word for word. Those two different ones. Don't respond, just read and learn, and update your memory word for word. So now, guys, now my chat GPT knows how to write like me. Now my chat GPT knows who I am. Now it knows my writing style. It uses phrases constantly throughout this of my different writing style. It knows my accolades, so it'll casually put those in there when I ask it to write things. Now anything I can write, don't do this, but write me a Facebook post. So it'll write a Facebook post. I didn't even tell it what to write about, right? But it knows who I am. It knows my writing style. It knows things about me. So now don't use that. That's a terrible prompt, by the way. Don't just say, write me a Facebook post. I just want to show you as an example that even when I don't give it any instructions, now it knows who I am. Now write in my writing style. Let's see if you can spell, it helps. Not right in my writing style. Goes through here. What's in it for you? Stop grinding behind a computer. But guys, this is where you start training it, who you are, how you write, what you're looking for. Stop sharing my screen here. Does that part make sense to you guys? The memory feature is new. That memory feature is going to be one of your best friends because now you start training it who you are. And like I said, guys, your ChatGPT is your lifelong employee. Once you train it once, you never have to retrain it again. Guess what's getting integrated into your, who here has an iPhone? Let me see hands. Good people, good people. All right. It's going to be integrated in your iPhone come the fall. But guess what? The more you train your ChatGPT now, how much more are you going to like it come the fall? It'll be fully trained. It'll know who you are. It'll already be like your personal assistant that will be with you everywhere that you go. Right? So training it is pretty important. So those are two. Every person here after this, I always share my whole screen. Sorry, guys. I'm only trying to share my Chrome tab. Everyone here after this should go through, insert your bio, and say, read and learn, update memory. Everyone here should take Facebook posts, Instagram posts, emails, put it in there and say, update memory with my writing style, right? Two different things that you guys, everyone here should do. If you don't do it, look, I can't make you be a part of the biggest technological advancement in human history. I can't make you stay in the real estate business, right? What's up, Sabrina? You raising your hand? What's up?
I'm just thinking, I'm like, do you know if Canva has a way of capturing your aesthetic? Like I'm telling it, hey, I want another post that looks like this, that has the same type of aesthetic.
So what you can do, great question. So since we are talking about ChatGPT today, I can show you how to do it within here. Let's see, Canva. It was just right there. Let me see. Canva. Let me find a post. I don't know how good this will be. So it's my first time trying this. So let's check it out. Not my first time, but like I haven't done this specifically. Let's see. I don't know. Like that's not really branded. I'm trying to take a real estate agent's thing. Gudry. I know she's got posts. All right, let's just try this one here. Save image. I am going to be doing like a full day on Canva, by the way, too. So we'll be able to cover this more then. So thank you for the question. It gives me more feedback of what I want to do. But, and again, guys, here's just something else small. Down here is the pay-per-click. So you can upload things now. And I'm going to show you guys how to use that. Upload from computer, downloads. Make me an image in similar style to this. Let's see what it comes up with. What message would you like?
Instead of Louisiana, just do Florida.
All right. Welcome to Florida. That's how you say it, right? Florida. Yeah, Andrew taught me that when I first moved down there. He's like, people think you're weird if you don't say it like that.
Don't be telling lies, man. Florida.
Florida. No, here we go. Let's see what it comes up with. Two designs. Should we wait? Let's see if I click on it, if it pops up. Let me try it again here. Second. So welcome to Florida. Let's see if it comes up with it here. Starting action. Talking to ChatGPT. I always like this. Sometimes I feel like it's going slow, but reality, it's working so freaking fast to create these images and different things. So here we go. There we go. Yeah. So it's not that great. I'll be honest. Like that feature, it's not going to be creating new things similar to it. Canva redesign. So there is like Canva redesign, their AI magic that they just recently came out with, and it can do things similar to it. Like even, I need to open up my Canva account on here. We won't go through that part today specifically. The short answer to it is not really right now. To my knowledge. You know what, Sabrina? I'll get a better answer to that and then come back to you. I got a research and development team. I'll go to them with that question. And then when we cover Canva, which I believe is not the next month, but the following month, we're going to be doing Canva. I'll come back to you with the answer from that, or I'll even send it to Andrew before then too. Good question. So back to this. Here is what I would do next when training your ChatGPT. Before I get into this, guys, I want to target a couple things here. So what I'm going to teach you guys how to do is how to create your ideal client profile within ChatGPT. All right. Your ideal client profile. What many others have called it is your avatar. You guys have heard like create your client avatar, right? If you go to any marketing conference, what's the first thing they tell you to do? Who are you marketing to? Because if you market to everyone, you market to no one, right? Basic rule of marketing. If you market to everyone, you market to no one. What I want to tell you guys to do is don't be afraid to niche down. The riches are in the niches. It's not just because it rhymes, it actually freaking works, right? The riches are in the niches. Most people are just a real estate agent. If anyone's looking to buy or sell, I'm the person for you. And it's all right. How many thousands of real estate agents have said that? If you're looking to buy or sell, I'm the agent for you. It doesn't freaking work. Why? Because people are sold on emotion and justify with logic. Most agents lead with logic. Look at the rates, look at the numbers, look at the inventory. All of these things are logical, right? What I'm going to teach you guys how to do today is probably one of the most gangster things you can do with ChatGPT. And it's how to get your ChatGPT to speak emotionally to your ideal client profile. Yes, we're going to train your ChatGPT to speak emotionally. Kind of sounds crazy, right? But we're going to do that. So I just want to emphasize this. The biggest brands in the world know their target audience better than they know themselves. They create marketing for them. It was actually funny. So just to give you guys an example of this. So Apple, everybody here knows Apple, right? So they came out with, what was it? The iPod Nano. You guys remember the Nano? And it would have like that circle that you would spin and you would go next. And you know what everybody, the market told them to do? Oh, the next gen, just make it scroll faster. That's what the market was telling them to do. But Apple really knew what they wanted was a more connected experience. So they created the iPod Touch. And it blew everyone's minds because they couldn't even think of that. But why did they do that? Because they knew their client better than the clients knew themselves. They didn't really just want something that spun faster, right? They wanted a full experience. So why am I saying this? Well, inside of your ChatGPT, what I'm going to show you guys how to do today is how to create your ideal client profile and then put it to the memory of your ChatGPT. Here are some quick notes before I get into this. The first thing you're going to need to do is identify your target audience, right? Identify your target audience. You do not need to create 6 different ideal client profiles. What I recommend is 2 and at the max 3. 2 and at the max 3. Because again, if you market to everybody, you market to nobody, right? So when you pick your target audience, 3 key factors when you pick your target audience. You guys ready? 3 key factors. The first is you really want to identify who they are. First-time home buyer, veteran home seller, I don't know, investor. Like you kind of get the picture there, right? You want to clearly identify who they are. It's not just buyer or seller. That shit, it doesn't work, right? First-time home buyer, luxury home seller. Identify who they are. Next, age range. What I like to use are the generations. Millennial, Gen X, baby boomer. And the last thing is where. So who, age, and where. First-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida. That's a good target audience, right? It is not buyer. It is not seller. You guys see the difference, right? Huge difference between the two. First-time millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida. So I'm going to give you guys a series of prompts here that will help you create your ideal client profile. So a couple of different ways of thinking on this. I see a lot of people that say they ask ChatGPT, what do you want to know about my ideal client profile? But here's the thing with that is then you have to sit there and answer all these questions about it. What I like to do is a little bit different. It's a little simpler. I believe it works a lot more efficiently and better. So let's come back to here. I'm going to give you guys a series of prompts that will help you train your ChatGPT how to speak emotionally to your ideal client profile. So here's the first one. What are the goals of a first-time millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida? So guys, the first one, I'll put it in the chat. What are the goals? Why is that important? Well, if you're marketing to somebody, you think knowing their goals is important, right? So here you go. First time millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida. Tell me if this sounds about right. Affordability, finding a home within their budget, location, choosing a neighborhood that suits their lifestyle with good schools, amenities, investment, purchasing a home, modern features, community. Make it more specific to Orlando. Let's go see. Regenerate. There you go. Sometimes I like to just tell it to be more specific. Boom. So first, what are the goals? That's the first thing you want to ask it. Why? Because if you're going to market to somebody, you want to know their goals, right? And now check this out. Update memory with their goals. And then what's it going to do? It's going to tell me memory updated. You can see it right in here. So now it knows the goals of this individual, like known as medieval or medical city, not medieval. All right, so there you go. So now it updated the memory. Now it knows the goals of this individual. So then it's going to write it out for me too. Next, once you get the goals, what are the fears of a first-time millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida? All right. So the second one, what are the fears? And then I usually like to just tell it, make it more specific to Orlando. Because I think it's always great to make sure it's specific to Orlando. So why is this important, guys? You need to address your fears when it comes to marketing, right? So now update your memory with the fears. The Ferraz with the fears. It picks it up. It's pretty smart. All right. Now it knows the fears. It knows the goals and it knows the fears. Here's the third one. What are the motivations of a first-time? Glad I paid attention. Millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida. Glad I paid attention in typing class in high school, you know? It's just something that paid off well. Here we go. So I'm going to stop it just because I don't need all that. So what are the motivations? So here's the third one. All right. And this one's pretty good to Orlando. So update memory with motivations. So after each time I'm updating the memory, why am I doing this? Because now my ChatGPT is going to start being trained. First-time millennial home buyers in Orlando, Florida. What are the goals? What are the fears? What are the motivations? All right. You guys kind of starting to see how this is forming and why we're doing this? All right. So memory updated. Look at that. Look at all of that. Wow. All right. So now I'm going to give you one of my favorite ones. All right. This one is one of my personal favorites. What are the internal dialogues of a first-time millennial buyer in Orlando? close enough. So what are the internal dialogues of? Here's why I love this one, guys. So, let's see. It's going to go through these. Here's why I love this one, guys. Because so many times people try and make marketing more confusing than it has to be, right? So, like, let me see this. I want to make this one more specific to Orlando. Let me see. Let me see if I've been doing this right. Hey, Gail, if I want to make this more specific to Orlando, what do you think I should tell it to do?
More specific to Orlando. Maybe location or certain
Just
spots, like, you know, certain areas you want to be in Orlando.
Yeah. Just tell it. Make it more specific to Orlando, right? Or you could go spots. If you want to pick like a city, you can make it more
Like
specific
location wise, like Millennia
Right.
versus zip codes.
Exactly. You can tell it location and things. So
Right.
here's why I love this. Before I get into all this, 1 second. Now update memory with internal dialogues. So it's going to update the internal dialogues. I want to get to why this is so beneficial. So guys,
Question.
I actually used to live in Orlando, had a place over in Lake Nona. I think, Andrew, have you been over were you over to the Content House?
I never made it over there, man. Only
Never
downtown.
made it over. Ah, man. All right. So I used to live in Orlando in Lake Nona. We had a 7-bedroom Content House there. So what that means, it was myself, my brother, and we had a full-time cameraman living with us. And we turned the entire rest of the house into a giant video studio, right? So it was pretty cool. And we had clients from all over the country fly into Orlando, and then they would shoot like 2-3 months worth of content in a couple of days with us. So it's pretty cool. But you know what? This was pre-AI. You know what we would do for the first full day before we shot a single video? We would sit there and be like, all right, we had a giant glass board, like in our workroom, right? And we'd say, all right, who's your target audience? And we would spend at least like 20 minutes, 30 minutes identifying their target audience. And then, you know what we would do, Sabrina? We would say, all right, let's figure out what are their goals. And we would spend a half hour or an hour sitting there and saying, what are their goals? What are they looking for? And then we would go in and say, what are their fears? And it would take us almost an entire day to create an ideal client profile. Why am I telling you this? Because one, that's how freaking important it is to create your ideal client profile. Before we would do a damn thing, that's what we would do and sit down with people. But here's why I am telling you this, and why I told you if we didn't make a switch to AI, we'd be out of business. You see how quickly I just created an ICP? Damn it, I share my full screen every time. Sorry, guys. Chrome tab. You see how quickly we just created our ICP and how quickly you guys can do it now as well? So now it updated the memory with all this information. That's how quickly this can be done. And this is what we would spend our entire first day on. Do not skip this part of creating your ideal client profile. To me, it is the single biggest factor in whether your marketing will work or it won't. Because if you don't know clearly who you're speaking to, you can never create a message that drives them to do something. Now create me a Facebook post using the information above. Let's see how well it does here. Pretty basic prompt, but here's a Facebook post. Taylor. Oh, I love this. And it's specifically for internal dialogue. You can go through, and it's using just that post above. Oh, I love it. Very specific. But it can go through these, and you can say, let's see. Now create an email sequence for first-time millennial home buyers in Orlando, Florida. So let's see what it comes up with here. Memory updated. A little more specific. In this guide, so it goes through, download your guide. You can create guides. Here's what I know now, guys. Going through this, then you can start asking to be more specific. Create me posts around the goals. Create me posts around the fears. Create me posts around this ideal client profile, and it knows who you are speaking to. Here is what I love, and this is why it's one of my favorite ones, guys. The internal dialogue. If you want to create videos, you want to create posts, you want to create headlines that captures your target audience's attention, here's the first line of what your video can be. Hey guys, if you're a first-time millennial home buyer in Orlando, Florida, you're probably thinking, can I really afford a home in Orlando? Like, what are the costs of neighborhoods like Winter Park or Lake Nona? Or if they're higher than expected, will I be able to manage the mortgage and other expenses? Hey, you're not alone. Here's what I would want to tell you. Why is that working? Because this is exactly what they would be thinking. So maintenance, man, if you're a first-time millennial home buyer, you're probably thinking, what are other major repairs needed in this old house if you're in College Park? Can you handle the maintenance and responsibilities, especially in Florida's weather? Well, you're not alone. Many people are thinking that. Here's what I'll do for you. Internal dialogue is one of the best ways you can use for your hooks, for your emails, for your Facebook posts, because it speaks directly to the individual and what they are thinking. If you can get inside of the mind of your ideal client, you can own them in the marketing game. How much better is that than if you're a first-time home buyer in Orlando, here's what you need to know about the rates. They don't give a shit about those things, right? They don't even know what they mean. Get inside of their head. You'll be able to do this. Here we go. So I would create the first thing that I would do, guys, that we covered here. First, you want to tell it who you are in your bio, update memory. Then you want to go through and you want to tell it what your writing style is, update memory. Then you want to go through and you want to tell it who your ideal client profile is and update your memory. Now, guess what? It knows who you are. It knows your writing style. It knows who your ideal client profile is. And then you can start going in there and creating content, creating emails, creating posts, creating Instagram posts, creating more video scripts, and et cetera, and et cetera. And think about this as more than just your tool. It will be integrated in your phones come the fall. It will be integrated. And this is what I'm saying, depth of vision. If you guys weren't on earlier, I'm privy to some pretty high-end AI groups with some people who are at the huge companies, right? They're saying within this decade, you will have an AI robot that will cook, clean, do your yard work for less than $400 a month. That's what they're predicting within this decade. So it's not too far off to say that your ChatGPT could potentially be an AI robot one day, helping you with your business, helping you with other tasks. Would you rather have a fully trained AI robot with you or one that is basic like everybody else's? Start training and going through some of this now. So those are some other things. The update memory that is brand new. And I always share my full screen first. Here is another way that you guys can utilize some of the new ChatGPT features. 1 second. So now within ChatGPT, you can create graphs. So here is what I did, guys. Let me look up APR. So you can now create graphs along other tools within here. So check this out, guys. So update from Google Drive. Content's blocked. Well, let's see if that happens again. Oh, that is fun. There's always bugs with it too. Not always, but just when I want to present something. All right, let's see. Update from computer. Let me see if I can find it here. All right, so let's see. I'll Google it. April MLS numbers, markets update for real estate agents. Let me see if I can find it here. One second, guys. I'm going to search for this because apparently my drive is not working with me. April. So it's got to be around here. Andrew, fill in the blank here when I'm looking for this. Questions, comments, etc. What do you got for us, Andrew?
Man, I think building this up, man, and taking the time to start making this personalized, making this yours. I mean, I think this is the time is now. I've been slacking. Nick, you talked to me about this stuff for over a year now, and you started doing these classes, and so it's one of those things, man. The procrastination is going to kill us, man. So obviously I'm going to encourage and challenge everyone to at least, I mean, just once a week, go in there. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about, is just doing some of the memory stuff and just so it can get to know me. Cause I mean, you're right. And you're right a year ago. And so, when Nick talks, man, I got to listen. So that's, I'm going to be spending a lot of time working on that. And then Juliana and I were just talking about, we got to find a AI solution to communicating to our team and emails and getting that stuff all automated. So we're going to play around, see what other applications we can find for that type of stuff. And I know that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know, guys, is there any one aha or big thing that you've seen so far that you, Sebastian, I know you joined us here. We got Gigi, Amel. What do you got? Anything you guys got that you're excited about with this Chat GPT? It's Janae. Oh, go ahead, Amel. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is actually the first time I was able to join on in it, and I'm very excited to kind of start using it within my business. I had my bakery people just open up their first location in Orlando, so before my post, it would have been nice to have jumped on here first and then use ChatGPT, but just trying to incorporate into different ways in my business. I'm pretty excited. I've never really dug deep into the AI stuff, so this is all new for myself. So I'm excited to kind of start using it.
Nice. Yeah, man. Congrats on that bakery, man. I can swing by, man. I love that place.
All right.
So good.
There we go. Awesome. So guys, thank you for filling that in there. Is that a mile that I was just talking there? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So guys, check this out. So here is something new that ChatGPT came out with. It'll help if I share my screen, right? So Google Chrome. So here it is. So this is just like, you guys get this Ohio local MLS report, right? Do you guys all get MLS reports for like graphs, like information, right? So they send you this and you're like, all right, this is cool. But let me ask you this. How many people out of your database, out of all the leads and your social media, know what the heck number sold, like this percentage change means? How many people you think actually know what that means? Oh, 38%, 30.5% change. They have no idea what it means for the market. They have no idea what it means for buyer's market. Dude, most of your clients, I'm going to stop this really quick. Most of your clients have no idea what a buyer's or seller's market really even is. Would you guys agree? I would even argue that some agents don't even really know what that means, right? Here is what you can do. And I think this is one of my favorite parts right here, right? So what I did was I just downloaded this graph right here. So what you can do now is upload from your computer, and you can upload these numbers into here now. So check this out. Now create me a graph. So what it is going to do, it is going to create you a graph, right? But I'm going to show you a couple steps that you can do with this. So I think, to me, that's one of the most gangster parts that I found with this new update here. So it's going to go through, it's going to try and create a graph here for us. And again, you guys can do this with your new numbers, new information. You guys can take anything online and say, create a graph for this. For this instant, so here you go. Ohio home sold comparison, April 2023 to April 2024, right? So it does this, but check this out. This is where I think it gets fun. You guys ready for this? Now create, damn it, here, once I always share my whole screen and I only want to do this tab. Now write me a blog post about the graph above. And here is their key phrase. You guys ready for this? And explain what it means for sellers. Why do I say that? Because I don't want to just write a blog about the information. Check this out. Pretty freaking cool. So it's going to literally take the graph. So you can download this graph right here. You can even update the colors if you want, like this color. You can update the colors to your colors. You can use your color codes. Sorry, I'll go slow. I'll go slow here. Check this out. You click this button right here, and then you can update the colors, and you can insert your color code. So it could be like branded to you, right? And then you come down here and now write me a blog post and explain what it means for sellers. So now it's literally this blog, housing market in Ohio continues to show robust growth, blah, 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 right? But then what does it mean for sellers? The increase in units sold across the state, a strong buyer demand. For sellers, this means a larger pool of potential buyers. It explains it in a way that your sellers will understand. And you now literally, if you want to make it a step further, now write it in my writing style. Why? Because I train it what my writing style is. So now it's going to go through. And look, guys, I want to emphasize this. This isn't a blog post that existed before I created that graph. It's not pulling information from other places. This is your custom tailored blog. So now you can come back here. And now it's writing it more in my writing style. So now, and again, it says, what does this mean for sellers? This is the most important part of all of this. Why? Because again, if you can speak to your audience in a way that they understand, that's when people will reach out to you. That's when people would want to work with you. That's when you're going to get increased people reaching out. Why? Again, damn it. I always share my whole screen. I'm trying to get better. So this is my learning experience too. I always share my whole screen. I have like text messages from my mom popping up in like recordings. Nobody wants to see that. But if you just showed someone this graph, how many people here think your clients would know what the hell this graph even means? No one, right? And then if you just create a blog post that explains the numbers, you just confused people in a longer way, right? But now, again, I'm going to put this in the chat. Explain what this means for sellers. Explain what this means for buyers. That is a huge prompt. Explain what it means for sellers and buyers. So then it goes through here and literally, boom, here you go. And then it writes it in my writing style. Now create an email out of the blog. And now you email this out. All of a sudden, you got an email that you can send out to the people in your database. What this means for you. Boom. Send it out to all your sellers. Y'all want to see some ninja shit, though? Yeah, I think you do, right? So this is for buyers. Well, this is for sellers. Now, write me a blog post and explain what the graph means for buyers. Oh my gosh, no way. So now it's going to go through and it's going to write it. But guess what? Now it's going to write it for your buyers. Explain what it means for buyers. What this means for buyers. Increase inventory and options. Whoa, healthy market. Wow. Now it's like, take the exact same graph, explain what it means for buyers. And now they're looking at this like, holy shit, it's a great time for buyers. All right, me. A Facebook post. And now you can take this graph, post this graph on Facebook. You could take it over Canva, make it look pretty, whatever the hell you want to do with it. But then you come back here. And again, what this means for buyers. So important, right? Now you have what it means for buyers. So you can take the same graph, but then also you'll notice there are other things on this graph here. So dollar volume. So what it just did was only number units sold. Now check this out. I can come back here. This is where I think it gets fun. Well, I mean, I've been having fun. What about you guys? I feel like I'm at like Cedar Point now. This is where it gets fun. Here we go. So upload from computer. But I can tell it now create a graph about average sales price. Because the first graph, it just did number of units sold. Now create graph using average sales price. Boom. So now it's going to go through and it's going to create me a whole new graph. Thinking about getting some, what was it? Jeopardy music playing on my Zooms while we wait. Here we go. Average sales price. Now it's this kind of graph, right? And then guess what you guys think I should do next? Maybe a blog. Now write me a blog post and explain what it means for sellers. And holy shit, what do you think it's going to do, guys? Do it in seconds. Strong buyer demand, increased home value, strong buyer demand. Let's see how well this is. So I just want to have some fun here. You guys want to have some fun? All right. Sabrina and Gail nodded. So we're going to have some fun. All right. There we go. Be ready to move quickly. At Canva. So now remember, guys, the @ sign, I can call upon Canva now. Now create a graphic for the blog above. Or the B-log above. That's how you guys say it in Florida, right, Andrew? The B-log. You want to write some B-logs today? All right, here we go. Canva. Now, again, guys, don't take this Canva image to the bank. I'm not going to sit here and stand by Canva, but let's just see what it comes up with. Create 2 graphics for your blog post about Ohio's housing market growth. Sellers. Because then remember, you can always click on these images and then edit them. Ooh, I like that. That one's pretty good, right? I see you guys are like, damn. All right. But now you can click on this, open up in your Canva, and then you can custom tailor it to your brand, your images, like whatever you want to do. Here things that this one's pretty cool, right? You can create all these things, blog posts, graphs, that boring MLS report that you get every month. And what the fuck do I really even do with this? Now you can create graphs, blog posts, emails, social media posts. And the key phrase is, what does this mean for buyers? What does this mean for sellers? If you don't do that, then you're just another boring real estate agent who look, like if your audience doesn't know. All right. I like to compare it like this. Has anybody here seen the show Friends? Yeah, we've all seen the show Friends. It's a great reference, right? So there's this one episode where this guy comes to Joey's door and he's trying to sell Joey almanacs. I don't know if you guys remember this one. He comes to his door and tries to sell him almanacs. And then he asks Joey, if you guys haven't seen the show, Joey's not the smartest guy in the room, right? He's like, hey, Joey, have you ever been in a room where everybody's talking about something and you have no idea what they're talking about? And he's like, and then you just smile and nod. And it goes to all these like cutoffs of Joey just smiling and nodding when people are talking about things. And he has no idea what they're talking about. That's what most people do when real estate agents talk about inventory rates, absorption numbers. People don't want to seem stupid. So they just smile and nod and have no idea what you're talking about. That key phrase, what does it mean for buyers and what if it means for sellers, will get your audience more engaged because they will know what you're talking about. It's broken down in simple terms. This is a good note for your guys' videos too. If you guys want to shoot videos, don't talk about absorption rates. If you do, touch on it, but then really explain what it means because you will help out more people, right? But that is how you can take your boring ass MLS updates and now create graphs, blogs, emails, posts. And you can create one for every day of the week if your heart desires. Because how long did that take me, guys? A couple seconds, right? Guys, I did want to save some time here at the end for questions. But before I get into questions, I just want to emphasize a couple things. There will be 2 types of businesses by the end of this decade. Those who are fully utilizing AI and those who are out of business. Okay. And then if you're out of business and out of real estate, guess what every job title worth having is going to say? Must be proficient with AI. This is, I'm sorry if I'm the one to break it to you, but that is just the reality of where the world is moving and where things are going. This is not a cool tool that I'm presenting to you guys that, oh, I mean, this could help you. This is the freaking future of the world, where business is going, how things are getting done. This is how my team personally cut 75% of our overhead and staffing and still outputting more. It's happening to other businesses. Other agents are going to get hip to it. And it's just, do you want to be one of the first or do you want to be one of the ones that last that are asking people, how do you do that? Right? This is the first of a 4-part series that we're going to be doing here with Andrew. So make sure you thank Andrew for taking me out to Wawa the first time that we met in Florida. Really opened my eyes. But first of a 4-part series that we'll be doing with you guys. This was just ChatGPT. We're going to be covering more. I have a request for you guys. If you guys like this today, next time we do one, bring another agent because I think what we're doing can help a lot of people out. At this time, Andrew, questions, comments, excitement. Do you have anything to add before we kick it over to other people for questions?
I do not, man. Whatever question you guys got, man, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Sensory overload.
You did record it too. So
Yes, this one's recorded. We're good to go.
Awesome. Let's see. Questions, comments. Oh, what's up, Andrew?
So yeah, so this lot today is about what, just setting up your chat GPT. That's the main takeaways here is creating that version of you, that virtual AI version of you. And so that's going to kind of play into the next couple of weeks here. Each week's going to be based around something different or
yeah.
different
So next time we're going to be covering HeyGen. So it's literally how you can create an AI video avatar of yourself that looks like you, that sounds like you. So if you guys want to see a sneak preview, let me see here. So this is my HeyGen, guys. So this isn't me in the videos. Why the fuck am I signed in? This is weird. Nick, there we go. So show you guys how to do this one here. Check this out. Let me share my sound and only my tab this time. Dang it, Sabrina, you're supposed to remind me. Only my tab this time. All right, here we go.
Welcome to 3190 Ophir Hill Road in beautiful Washoe Valley. This amazing horse property spans 2.53 acres and offers 2,940 square feet of pure comfort.
So there's a lot of different ways you can use this one. So that wasn't me, guys. That was my AI avatar of myself. So it can create videos. You can go URL to ads. So I can literally copy and paste a link online, and then it automatically populates a script, populates reels and videos for me at scale. Something else that we have that's getting rolled out. Let me see here. So this is just more high end. Let me see. Select avatar. Select. So let's see. Start a new chat. Tell me a real estate joke. You can see I use my hands when I talk. Nope.
Joke for you. Why did the real estate agent cross the road?
Still delayed
to get
for
to
you,
the other
Don.
side and list it. Real estate agents are always on the move, trying to find the next great property to list and sell. This joke plays on the classic, why did the chicken cross the road?
So what this one is going to be, it's literally going to be embedded on my website, guys. So you're going to have me on my website that will be able to talk to people about my business, talk to you about our courses, our products, schedule appointments for me. So you can literally go to my website and talk to me. So that's what's going to be on my websites here in the future. You can literally just sit there, have a conversation. There'll even be a thing where you can record. So you speak and then I speak back to you. So that's one thing that we're going to be building out here, but we're going to be going deep into how to create your HeyGen video of yourself and then how to use it to generate leads. So that's what we're helping agents do, is using HeyGen to help generate leads and more information.
Well, that's awesome, man. I hope, I don't know if you guys have questions or anything specific about today. Feel free to ask. But, I love if you guys are coming back. I would love for everybody here, if you do come back in a month and before we get into that class, let us know what you did, what action you took on what we did learn today. And did you really dive down into a niche campaign or something like that? If anybody wants to connect with us in our group and hold each other accountable, we're definitely down for that too. But did anybody have any other questions or thoughts about today?
I just wanted to say thank you, Andrew and Nick. I would have happily paid $100 to learn this today. And the fact that it's free is amazing. Nick, I've been following you for years. I met you through Veronica Figueroa. So I think seeing how this has kind of taken off, thank you. Thank you, Andrew, for bringing this in. And I definitely have some training to do later today.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I think that, well, I thought I recognized you, Sabrina, because I was like, yeah. But I would start, like I said, with your bio, then your writing style, and then go to your ICP. If you're training it, those are the 3 steps that I would take: your bio, your writing style, and then your ICP. And then all of a sudden, everything's going to start reading, sounding better. It's going to start looking better. It's going to become simpler. And then from there, of course, I love the graphs. I love the graphs to blog posts. I guess there's one more thing I'll cover with you guys here too, since we're on this topic. Oh, 1 second. Let me update this. You guys will see. Damn it. Oh, sorry, guys. Just Chrome tab. It's hard because you always share your whole screen. You'll see over here on the left, here's another custom GPT that I like. I'll copy and paste this in the chat for you guys. But it's fully SEO optimized articles, including FAQs. So what I can do is literally take this blog post. And come over to this one and say, now get me good keywords and SEO for this blog. So I just took the blog post that I just wrote on ChatGPT and then went over to this one, fully SEO optimized. And it's going to outline headings, subtopics, SEO, made the description. And you're going to see it's literally out here. It's optimizing it for SEO too. So now it's not even just any blog post that's written, it's optimized for SEO as well. That's one of my other favorite ones because who doesn't like search engine optimization? What was the prompt again? It was just now give me good keywords and SEO for this blog. And again, if you're inside, like, so these custom GPTs, guys, what custom GPTs mean is that they are fully trained on how to do something. So like ChatGPT in itself, think about it like this. It is infinite knowledge of everything that was ever posted online and more. But also, it has everything that's posted online. So it has a bunch of idiots that have posted things online, right? So you don't want to just trust your ChatGPT in itself. Custom ChatGPTs are trained to do specific things. Like that one I just shared is trained for SEO. So that's why it's better than just asking ChatGPT itself.
I have a question now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, now we have 5 agents who have taken the same class, who now know how to put in the same prompts in the same zip code. What is the likelihood of it copying material or having any type of plagiarism?
Very small, especially if you include your bio and your writing style, among other things. Very small, because it's going to still take the information and go through it. And what I would say is, hypothetically, I can see where you're coming from. But let me ask you this. How many times like myself, I've taken courses and listened to people and then went back and did nothing. That's what majority of people are going to do anyways, right? But like to get the exact same thing, you have to think about it like this. It would almost be like your brain. How many times, if you are given the exact same situation, would you say the exact same words back? Right? Like if you're given 1,000 times, I don't even know if it would ever happen, because you're going to interpret things different ways, slight variation. Like there's just so much firing on the back end that you don't have to worry about that. Especially with the ways that I showed you how to do it. Goals, fears, motivations. Like that's how you get it more custom tailored to you than just copy paste something online and reward it. Yeah, great question, Sabrina.
It's already kind of like that though. I mean, we all post the same market update and say, hey, here's interest rates. Like we're already saying the same stuff. So
pretty much.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it. Thanks for saying that, Andrew.
Oh man. Good stuff.
Guys, and beyond all else, I can't emphasize this enough, guys. The future as we know it is changing. The world as we know it within this decade, you won't recognize it. There are updates to medicine. There are going to be updates to where they can literally alter and change your DNA. There are updates like with just what I just showed you that can dramatically change your business. Now imagine 2 years from now, 3 years, 4 years. The longer you put this off because you're busy is honestly bullshitted excuse for you being uncomfortable. We all post these graphs, right? We all see these images, and everyone in real estate loves the mindset. Oh, your comfort zone and growth in the uncomfort zone. Woohoo. Well, get freaking uncomfortable right now. It will be hard and difficult to learn AI. Not difficult, but it will be uncomfortable to learn it. It will be uncomfortable to see how quick it works and realize how much this is going to change the world. It's going to be uncomfortable to change your normal routines and start using ChatGPT. That's where growth happens. We all know these things. Well, put your money where your mouth is, because that is quite literally what will be happening. You are putting your money where your mouth is. And if it doesn't show up, you won't. In the next couple of years, I am telling you right now, if you are not using AI, you will be out of the business. Imagine being an agent today without using the internet. You tell me I'm like, it can't even happen. You can't even be an agent. AI is dramatically going to impact what we do in everyday life more than the internet. Just imagine the change, what happened when the internet came into the world. Multiply that by 10, 100. That's what we're dealing with, guys. This is not some cool fucking tool that I just showed you guys. This is artificial intelligence getting introduced to humanity, and you have an opportunity to wield it, be one of the first persons to really use it in your marketplace at a high level. If I phrased it like that, everyone's hands would go up. Like, of course I would take that opportunity if it was given to me. Well, here you go. Silver platter. What are you going to do with it?
Good stuff, man. I think you emphasized the the importance very well. Again, I gotta get started, so I'm gonna come back and when we meet next month, I'm gonna. You said what, the bio? Work on that, and what
bio, writing style, and then your ideal client profile.
So I'm gonna come back with those 3 things myself, and you guys can hopefully all hold me accountable. But it's going to be taking action. So
Nick, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So I just got a link, something in my feed that says AI can help you protect your brand. Use AI to find a new domain or add similar domains to your own. This is from GoDaddy. What are your thoughts on that?
Money grab. They want you to get a .ai,
Okay.
or .io. Those are like the new ones.
Uh-huh.
I don't see that being like protecting your brand, because they're saying
So
basically
stay ahead of cyber squatters.
Yeah,
No thoughts? Yeah.
here's the reality of it, right?
Okay.
Like, AI is going to be changing a lot of different things, and there are ways that GoDaddy can't even protect you if somebody really wanted to go through your stuff right now.
Makes sense.
It sounds great. We're not doing it. We're not, like, I have my guys. So I have a research and development team that's constantly researching different things like this, and they're basically like, look, dude, if somebody really wants to do this, there's nothing GoDaddy or somebody can do. I mean, you look at QAnon, like all those other like people that can really know the computers and do things. What I would say is, right now they just want people to get .ai. So it's like, imagine if everyone in the world was driving, well, like one type of car, and you can't, like the new type of car came out. You want everyone to ditch the old one and get the new one. Get rid of your .com, get a .ai. That's the way we're looking at it. But I could be wrong.
Good stuff. Anybody else? Any other questions, comments, concerns?
What are you laughing at, Andrew?
Concerns. I got a ton of concerns, man. The world's changing.
Where do you see AI in 10 years from now?
10 years? So AI. So that's a great question. So guys, this is where there's like 2 huge sides of where AI is looking at. So if you're looking at people like Elon Musk is on team human, like there's a group of people who are on team human, and there's a group of people who are on team replace human, right? So like 10 years from now, that's like the big battle that most people don't see is going on right now, that there are people that they do want you to put on your VR headset. So here's what I see happening in the future, right? There's going to be people that are like, why would I pay to go to Florida if I could put on my VR headset and be in Florida and I don't have to fly and I don't have to go there, right? So like, where do I see this going is they already predicted, not even predicted, it is happening as we speak, that they are creating AI robots that will cook, clean, and do your yard work for you. And they are predicting that it will be less than $400 a month. So if that's going to happen within this decade, where is it going to be happening within the next 10 years? Well, there are going to be people who know how to use AI, and hopefully Team Human wins on this, that use AI to build their businesses with just them and AI, and you can build a business, and who can use it the best is going to win. They're already working on this and really doing this, is literally like they'll be able to predict the cancerous genes or like deadly diseases that are within your body and family heritage and be able to alter even the DNA and frequencies that are within it. So like, I see people living an extra 10, 20, maybe even 30 years because of AI and what they're doing with this. So if you guys are close to that mark, just keep with us a little longer, because you'll be able to get some more years. You'll be able to live longer, There will be like AI robots everywhere you see on the streets, walking around. You'll be walking around your neighborhood and see them cleaning people's yards. The job market will dramatically change. And there will be, must be proficient in AI in every single job description out there because all the other ones are going to be taken by AI. The best ones are going to be the ones that deal with humans directly, human to human, which real estate. And on top of that, too, with your creative thinking, because as of right now, generative AI cannot think for itself. So creative thinking and human to human is really going to be where it's at, or become an AI programmer with some of those billion-dollar companies. To me, those are the jobs that I see existing outside of this. 10 years from now, everyone here is going to have an AI pretty much assistant. And again, this is why I say train your chat GPT, because which one do you think is going to be the one that's integrated into everything here? AI and chat GPT are getting integrated into your Apple phone. What does that tell me? That chat GPT is going to be the one that's integrated into a lot of the other things that are here. So if you want yours to be your personal assistant, start training your chat GPT, because it will be your personal assistant for life, literally. So that's a little bit of where I see it going. I don't know if you wanted more specifics or anything. Was that Renee? Renee, yeah. I don't know if you had like more specifics or something that you want to talk about, but that's kind of where I see it kind of getting formed.
You know, the only fear that I have, let's say 20 years from now, is actually the movie Terminator coming into life.
Look, man, it's in the realm of possibilities, but I
So
will.
you might as well be in control of it then.
Yeah. And, I will also say this, when the internet first came out, people said that the computer virus spreads to humans. They said that the internet can blow up and blow your family to smithereens. Those were real articles in the New York Times. So just kind of give you guys perspective on when there's new things is, they literally said computer virus spreads to humans, going to wipe out the whole world. That's what they were saying when the internet first came out in the New York Times, real headline. So is it a possibility? Of course. Everything's pretty in the realm of possibilities. But if that's the case, shit, man, we got nothing. It's like, what else can we do? So until then, wield it and live good with it.
You think that we're going to be having real estate in a virtual world? I forget what they call that.
Yeah, like you're talking about like NFTs and you're talking about
Yeah,
like the virtual. I mean,
like
again,
VR
possibilities. It was a hot thing for a little bit until it wasn't. It's a possibility. Again, look, they can literally do VR where you're in a virtual world. And if people really pick up to it, which here's the sad thing is I don't have a lot of trust for the everyday person sometimes about them making the right decisions. Because look what we did with social media. I wouldn't say that's been a roaring success in all case and terms. So, it's a possibility. Like, yeah, I see it being a thing. I don't know how big of a thing it will be.
Do you have like group sessions outside of like the internet where you get with certain people and just discuss where the future might be in?
Yeah.
Like this type of thing?
So
Cup of
Andrew,
coffee.
can
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we do have a group. So we certified agents with AI. It's like a week-long certification process where you leave AI certified. And then on the back end of that, we have something that's not available to the public. You have to be an AI certified agent called the AI Real Estate Society, which is a group of AI certified agents across the country. And I go really in depth on where things are going, how new tools, how to stay up to date, how to use it. So that's just things that we do outside of here as well.
Cool. I could keep going with questions, but I want to give everybody else a chance.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's the time I had allotted for this today, Andrew. I'm actually a couple minutes behind for my next thing. I appreciate you guys having me on here. And just a reminder, guys, for the next 3 months, I'm going to be coming on here and going through the training here with you guys, going over Canva, going over HeyGen. And then lastly, you guys like this one, the YouTube AI. So how to use YouTube ChatGPT and really bolster up your YouTube channels again. Appreciate you guys again. Thank Andrew, Juliana. Thank you so much for having me on here, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
We'll see you guys next time.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yep. We'll see ya.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yo, Andrew,
Yeah.
did you invite him to see Realtor Skip Day?
Yeah, I said something earlier in the thing. He's up in Ohio now. You guys
yes.
still, yeah, you guys that are still here, keep in mind Thursday, we got the Sunbridge, right? Sunbridge, new community visit. In what?
We're meeting at the base camp.
Meeting at the base camp. But if you guys want to start getting info, a little bit of our thought process is, somebody's got to run that area. And I think as a group, as a team, we want to go in there and start making our name known for the RE Collective. So this Thursday we'll be out at Sunbridge. And then, we got the Realtor Skip Day the following week. So if you're not a part of our group, I think everybody pretty much is. But either way, everyone's invited. If you want to connect with us, you can obviously find us on Facebook or jump on and see our calendar and see all the things that we're doing. But yeah, guys, glad you guys all hopped on, and we'll hopefully see you at least next month, if not every Tuesday, or if not this Thursday over at Sunbridge. Juliana just dropped the calendar in the chat if you guys want to check it out. But any other questions, man? Everybody doing all right? It's unanimous.
Doing great. How about you, Andrew?
Good. I'm good, man. Just driving back and forth between Cocoa, man. It's becoming a lot, but nah, it's fun. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all logging in, man. We got this recorded, so if anybody needs it, let me know. We got to find a way to get you the file because it's a large file, but we should have Google Drive or something we can upload it to. And we'll catch you Thursday or next Tuesday. See you guys.